Hello, this is Sudhakar Moparthi. Today we're going to take a look at some basics about IP addresses and IP address ranges. So let me go to Wikipedia once, and then this is what we're going to talk. CIDR, classless interdomain routing, basically is a method for allocating IP addresses and IP routing, Internet Protocol. So I'm going to just go to my C1, C2 diagram. So you can read all that about CIDR. So IPv4 version 4, CIDR is the abbreviation for IP address ranges. And it uses 32 bits as described here, a sample subnet IPv4 CIDR value. So before going there, let's go take a look at decimal systems. 0 meaning 0 in binary. Okay, we're talking 8 bits. 255 in decimal is 192 is 11000. So wherever you see an IP address like this, we are talking in terms of decimal numbers for our convenience purposes. But if you translate them into bits, these are the bits you have to represent them as. So when I say 172.32.0 slash, this is slash 24, I'm saying 24 bits are used for identifying the block. What block? What is a block? Okay, so we got an VPC, and then this VPC has 2 subnets, and each subnet has a block assigned, and in each block I'm going to have some machines launched. So maybe they are web servers or database servers, whatnot, for a web application. So when I say slash 24, what it is saying is I use the first 1, 2, 3. These are 24 bits. If you convert them into binary system, these will be used for identifying the network subnet, and the rest of the values 0 to 255 can be used for host. Host means machines. This I'm hosting a web server, I'm hosting a database server. So I can assign that IP address for each one of them. So how many maximum I can attach? Only 254. But 0 to 255 is why 0 to 255? That is the maximum number. 8 bits represents 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 255. So together, 256 total number available, including 0, right, and 255. So out of which 0 and 255 we should exclude, and only 256 minus 2, 254 host addresses we can identify with this subnet. Why? Because the 01 is the network address, subnet address itself, and the 11111, for example, is this one. So in this case, it's 172.31.255 will be used for broadcast address. So that is also reserved for network operations. So only from 1 to 254 you can utilize and assign those numbers to these web servers. Okay, so what are we talking here? Okay, every machine should have an IP address. We're saying what is the maximum, what is the address? So I can pick 172.31.1.2.3.4.5 like that, and then assign to these things. And then similarly 2.0, 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, sorry, 2.1, 2.2, I can assign to database servers. And then the subnet address itself 2.0. This one is 2.0 and this one is 1.0. Okay, so let's draw some arrows. I'm going to repeat a couple of times and then I'll draw the arrows because that is how you will remember these things. A VPC has two subnets. I can have as many subnets as I want and I can keep creating. And each subnet, we have to define the block, IP address block. And in this IP address block, I can use this for my web servers. And this one, I can use it for my database servers. The maximum that I can have in here will be 254 and same as 254. In a simplest form, at a first cut, you can think of this configuration for a typical web application. What I would do, I would go into my AWS account and it'll automate once I launch a web server. Once I open an account, I automatically get a VPC. I automatically get a default subnet. And when I launch my web server, automatically, I can put that web server in the default VPC, and then in this is subnet. And when I launch my database server, I can put that one into my other subnet. And then when I launch my web server, then I can, this is how behind the scenes, the IP addresses for each of these machines will be allocated. All right, we will go into details much more one by one at a later stage. But what I really want you to understand in this video is this concept: decimal system, how IP addresses, and then behind the scenes, it is zeros always, in 8 bits, each one 8 bits, dot notation, dot, 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 dot. So 4 bits, IPv4 32 bits is used for an IP address. And this /24 means that I use 24 bits, the first 24 bits. 1, 2, 3, these bits for identifying my subnet or network address. And the rest of the 8 bits remaining can be used for my web servers or my database servers, out of which 8 bits means 256 host addresses, and out of which the 000 is the subnet address and network address, and the 11111 is the broadcast network. broadcast IP address. So if I say instead of 24, if I say 20, that means I'm using out of 24 bits, only 20 bits for me. So let's say this is 24 bits up to here. This is 24 bits. Suppose if I say instead of 24, I say 20. So it's only up to this. Okay. So that means these many 20 bits will be used for subnet, and the rest is the 20 means 32 minus 20. The rest of the bits I can use for my host addresses, which means web servers. So I can specify whatever the number of bits here, and between 16 and 28. Okay. 16 means I'm going to use just two sets, 16 bits for my network address. Rest of the 16 bits, I'm going to use it for my host addresses. So I can say 16, I can say 24, I can say 20, whatever number that you want to say. We have to say between 16 and 28. That we will talk about at a later time. Okay, that's about it. It's understanding at a first cut IPv4 CIDR blocks, and I would encourage you to read in Wikipedia CIDR, classless inter-domain routing, and it clearly specifies what are the uses, different slash 26 bits, how they can be used, typical use, and all that, just to get a bigger picture. All right, that's all I have for today. And I will catch up with you at a later time with additional information about VPC and subnets. For now, this is it. Take care and good night or good morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Bye bye.